Hello there guys, James Piscopo here, Realtor with the Bauer Group. Today we are over in Norfolk doing a couple showings. This is 2306 Harrell. Nice little place, 1,600 square feet. They're asking $275. It is 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Got a nice little porch up front. Home leads directly into the living room. The flooring is actually quite nice. And even though this house is only 1,600 square feet, it's got a nice, decent size to it. It doesn't feel small whatsoever. So nice living room here, decent area. Obviously, this home is not vacant, and they're in the process of moving out. So we have some boxes and some messes and the standard stuff. Nice little room. Obviously, kitchen here in front of us leads out to the garage on the other side. And then our living spaces, our bedrooms are down that way. Some pretty dark curtains, but there's it's kind of difficult to tell because it cuts out so much of the light. But you have some nice windows up front on the front of the house. Could easily get some more light in here if you wanted. To our left, like I mentioned, our living areas. Somebody has kiddos like myself. Little safety lock there. Storage closet. Kitchen to our right. Appliances are nice. I like the countertops in here, and I also like the color of the cabinets. Oftentimes I'm not a fan when people paint their cabinets, but this actually looks pretty good. With the countertops all in good condition. Appliances look good as well. Standard sink. So it has a little breakfast nook / dining room area there on that side. It's a decent space. I mean, this is a pretty small table, but you could certainly get like a larger sized 4-person and it wouldn't feel too cramped in here. View of the other side. Do you see what I mean about the curtains on that front window? Like, if it was open, it'd be much more inviting in here. Into our garage, so we have HVAC and water heater here, obviously, which are both on the newer side. Combined with a little laundry area, and it's a decent sized garage. You see somebody's built like a little loft area up top. Ladder. I'm not gonna climb up there, guys. But there's a nice little storage area / hangout area up top there. It's actually like a really pretty decent sized space. Hey, probably 10 foot long, and it spans the whole width of the garage, so 16 feet. There's a bunch of stuff in here, so probably not making for the best video, but just trying to give you a decent look of the garage. It's a pretty, like, it's not a small garage. It's bigger than you would think, and the added storage up top is definitely nice. You can see if we can get out this door here to the backyard. You definitely need some drywall repair along this wall. So this leads out to the side. It's gated, it's fenced. It's not the biggest backyard, but it's certainly not small. As you can see, the air conditioner is newer as well. Fenced all the way around. I actually find this very aesthetically pleasing. Not the deck, deck could use a little bit of a sand and paint, but just the way the greenery along the fence there, I think it's pretty. You have some clearing out of some weeds and stuff to do here, but otherwise it's a good space. Back of the house looks good. Didn't really see too much on the front. I did see on this side of the home there's like some vines and stuff. Some of this ivy is kind of climbing up onto the side of the house. The siding in general, it looks good. The brick as well, the cinder block, it looks good. But you definitely want to clean all these weeds off of there. That stuff grows and gets into everything. The cinder block all looks pretty decent. And a little bit of subtle crack right here. So a small little hairline. I don't see any others so far. Yeah, decent shape. And Nothing on that wall either. Looks pretty good. Like the little cement here is nice too. Kind of a sidewalk, and it goes through and towards the driveway. Alright, let's go check out these bedrooms, or bathrooms. Another view of the garage, and the second story of the garage. I mean, you could definitely convert that over into something if you wanted to. It would just, the ladder situation, you're going to have to figure something out with stairs. And if you were to run it any other way than this way, then you would, you know, cut off the garage for car use. Cool little utilization of space anyhow. Living room again. So we have some more storage in this one. Pretty decent size. Maybe 3 feet wide, 2.5 feet deep. They got a lot of stuff in there. Bathroom here. Again, some more storage to our right. Good amount of space. This one's pretty huge, actually. Maybe almost 4 feet deep, 3 feet wide. Just a standard cabinet. Some older style fixtures and stuff in it. I see some flaws here. It's all hard. None of that looks like, you know, soft or rotted or anything. It's just could use a bit of a sand and a paint. Here's our tub. Could use some new caulking around the sides, but everything else looks pretty good. Same with right here. This needs a clean and to have that attached the way it should be attached. Actually, yeah, so this has to be lifted up and secured a little bit better, and that's why that's not flush against the wall. You could always cut that little thing too to make it flush if, you know, we found that easier. A nice little bathroom here. We have bedroom number 1. Decent sized bedroom. You can see they had using it for a little kid's room. But you could get a queen size bed in here and it wouldn't feel too cramped. Standard closet there on that side. It's probably 3 feet deep, maybe a little less. And 4 or 5 feet wide. View from the side. I do like the greenery. I like the ivy. I think it's always been pretty. But the thing is it can be a little bit hectic as far as like the destruction it does and how it grows. This is obviously a kid's room, so this needs paint. I mean, you got some stains and some crayon marks and a couple smiley faces drawn in and around the walls. Same with the doors and stuff. It could use a coat of paint in the house, to be honest. They've like halfway painted the trim in a lot of the home. Only half. Second room. This is the middle-sized room, right? It's almost it's very similar in size to the one that we were just in. It just feels bigger because you have this extra little walkway cut out, 3.5 foot square piece there. But it's a decent office, right? Queen size bed in here, no worries whatsoever. View out into the backyard. Try to get you a good view here on this side. Not too shabby at all. Same size closet as that other room, right? It's probably almost 6 feet long, 2.5 feet deep. Nice little space in here. And last but not least, primary bedroom. Good space in here. It's a king size bed, right? And they have a little end table on that side and a little end table on that side. It doesn't feel too cramped in here. It looks cramped when I'm like looking at the camera screen. It looks like I'm in a sardine box, but it's truly not that bad. I could lay down right here and I'm 6 feet tall, right? And then you have a full king size bed. This isn't too cramped to walk through whatsoever. You know, it's a decent sized space. Over here it's a little shallow. It's like 2 feet off the wall, but you know, not too bad. Bathroom attached here, and obviously our closet. So it's a half walk-in. It's a step-in. Let's call it that. And again, I apologize for the, you know, you can't really see the space too well when somebody has a gang of stuff in here, but they have a lot of stuff in here. Flooring looks good in here as well. And the same thing with the paint, right? You can see somebody's did some like premature repairs, but then never followed through with it. So again, I would consider this room a good candidate for paint. We have a very purple half bath. I kind of dig the sink setup here. It's kind of a nice little way to hide the pipe there and to get some extra storage. Standard toilet, standard sink and cabinetry. We have a standard mirror there as well. Hi guys. Give you a view from this side. It's a decent sized room. So it's a nice little house. It's in a pretty central location. Good location. 1,600 square feet. Like I said, right, it's like not the largest square footage, but it doesn't feel like a small house whatsoever in here. Room 2. Room 3 is the smallest of the group. And I mean, again, you could get a queen in here against this wall or against that wall, and you would be just fine. So full bath. Lovely living room. It's a pretty large couch. Yeah, it's a decent sized room for sure. We'll take one more view of the kitchen. And I'll walk us out, and we'll take one last view of the outside of the home, and we'll call this one quits. Another patch repair to be done here. I need some paint. Otherwise, the living room looks is the best room paint-wise in the house. I appreciate these bushes too, you know, for a little bit of extra privacy there. Neighbor has new siding. Kind of a newer construction there. Got some new construction going on down the street. Everybody's stuff is mowed. And that's it, guys. I appreciate you wandering around with me with this one today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to give me a call, and I'm here to help. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day.